What do you know about the voodoo murders?
What do you know?
Shh. They'll hear you.
Oh, funny.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
What? Gonna tell
The
me?
only true New Orleanians are French, you know.
Oh, yes.
My family were among the original settlers of New Orleans. They came here from France. The Creole society used to be so gay in New Orleans. Now it barely hangs on by its fingernails.
That's just an odd connotation by today's standard of, well, the word of use of gay.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
You know, I can stroll the streets of the French Quarter and see in my mind's eye the way it used to be. It was wonderful in the old days.
Oh, you know have a store out there. Oh, sorry, I'm pretending to be a priest, aren't I?
What can you tell me?
New Orleans isn't what it used to be. I can tell you. There's too few of the real people left.
Uh-oh, elitism.
What can you...
New Orleans
Yeah.
is
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes.
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 They're evil creatures. Did you know that evil people can send them into your dreams? They can. That's why I never sleep.
Oh,
Right, thanks.
oh, oh, Madam
Do
Cazeneuve.
you know anything?
It would be bad luck to talk about that anymore.
It'd be bad luck to talk about anything. Capri San
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sans Corps means?
Mais oui, I know. I bet you do not follow, n'est-ce pas?
No, I don't. N'est-ce pas? It means don't eat the chili.
No, I don't.
No.
Just as I thought. You shouldn't talk about things you don't understand.
About...
Wait, are you going to tell me what it means, Father?
Of course I know what it means, do you?
I wasn't born yesterday, Father. I won't tell you what it means if you don't already know.
Okay, fine, I'll come back to you.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh, her? I could tell you about her. Voodoo Queen. Ha! My great-grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau. She knew the truth about her.
The truth, you say?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
Marie.
No, I won't say anything more. Not to you, Father. I'm sure you mean well, but you are an outsider.
We don't like outsiders. Tell me about the Scharnjägers.
Have you ever heard of a Schattenjäger?
No, Father. I don't know anything about that.
Because it's not in French.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I am Creole. My family has been in New Orleans for over 200 years.
That's a long time.
Real New Orleans are French, you see. These days the city is overrun with people with no heritage at all. No offense, Father, but it's true.
I suppose I...
But the French, naturellement, will always be the true blood of New Orleans.
Alright, so we're gonna have to come back to you later when we know what Capri San Corn means. So,
Well, madame, I must go on.
and you'll be really confusing when I come back.
Of course, Father. I know how busy you must.
Didn't even let her finish. I know how busy you are. I'm
I'm
gone.
not going back on the street looking like this.
Oh, why not? You look so pretty. Alright. Doesn't she wonder that there's someone changing outside on her street? Alright, let's go do the very boring Tulane University. Well, there are things here, but you know, the actual listening to the lecture is kind of mind-boring. Whoa.
It looks like the lecture is
Perfect.
just starting. Gabriel decides to record the session.
Good idea, because
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa.
we really want to hear this again.
Voodoo is actually a banner heading under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you.
Yes.
What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of the subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems had. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died.
Pay
This
attention.
spirit
Sometimes
worship is
I
what
walk
makes
backwards and
voodoo
forwards to
so
make you think
easily
something's happening.
adaptable. With all those spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary.
Yeah? What's she got to do with all
At
this?
the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots.
Interesting.
The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick.
Ew. Dancing.
Africa is believed
Spirit
by many
figures.
to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself.
Or older.
We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa.
Oh, yeah? I'm listening. Whoa.
During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. And this is called being ridden. The human worshipper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity.
I love how we can see the sheets of paper on the wall so clearly.
Some of the older, original African Loa include
Dambala.
Dambala, the great serpent god,
Razuli.
Ezruli, the mistress of love, Abanebo, or Gede,
Gede.
the lord of death, Agwe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, and the cruelest and most dangerous,
Agun
Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
Oh, you're having trouble sleeping with big dreams.
Tribe-specific
Duh.
Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician.
Thrilling. Hey, nice
Voodoo
huts.
temples are called Houndfords.
Houndfords.
Their priests, Hungan or Bokors. Their priestesses,
Mama Loa.
Amaloa.
Mama Loa is a good word. Mama Loa.
In a voodoo Houndford, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a poto mitan.
Putonita.
The ritual circle is
Veve.
prepared with a veve, a pattern of symbols. Each tribe's veve is slightly different, consisting of complex symbols that identify their special Loa.
Intriguing.
During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mamaloa, head priestess. The use of totems or animal masks and markings was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice.
Oh, sorry, Gabriel, I'm going the same way you are.
Ritual objects used during the conclaves include the ritual gourd or asson, the ritual knife or
The
kubasa.
Kubasa.
That knife gives me the chills.
I remember seeing it in a dream.
the ritual whip or fouet,
Fouetcash. Fouetcash.
and the ritual coffin or
Seke Madule.
These items are often optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magic
Mama
rituals.
Loa. Mama,
The
Mama,
Mama Loa
Mama
is the most powerful figure in any voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited.
Because he's not a Mamaloa.
Mama Law is the supreme woman. She... Oops, butterflies. Fireflies.
What? It's like rhubarb, rhubarb. Peas and carrots, peas and carrots. Oh, and of course my parents decided to talk outside.
Firelight.
Firelight?
Oh, Gabriel?
What?
What? I can't see. Gabriel, get in. Can't. It's too small for me.
That's because it's a second Madeline.
You must get in, Gabriel. It's not mine. Too small.
It's not mine.
Hide, Gabriel. Hide.
What, inside the second Madeline?
No,
Too
let
small.
me out.
Young man, the lecture is over.
It was
Oh
thrilling.
my God.
I fell asleep in a lecture. Who would have thought? I never fell asleep during class. It was too busy. I don't know about anyone else. Let's read some of these bulletins.
Gabriel scans the bulletin board. Greek night at the Alpha Psi Omega frat house. It looks like it took place sometime last spring.
Wow, that was great for them to take it down and all.
Gabriel scans the bulletin board. There's a notice for a lecture on investigative reporting techniques to be given by octogenarian Pulitzer Prize winner Laura Doria. Unfortunately, it's weeks away. By that time, Gabriel will have to have learned on his own.
Benny will probably fail. Man, go parents, go! Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Gabriel scans the bulletin board. Need a ride to LA the last weekend in August.
I wouldn't go there if you paid me.
I would. But no, the notice about Laura Bow, that was interesting because it looks like, well, during the rest of her years, she decided to marry Steve. And now she's old. I think octogenarian, she's like in her 80s, I think that's what they were saying, which makes sense considering it's the 90s. And she was born in like the early 1900s because she was in her 20s. In the 20s. That makes sense. Read.
Gabriel scan. Work out of your home and make up to $2,000 a week in your spare time. Call 555-6789.
I actually called them once. You sell cat food over the phone.
And I almost wrote that number down. No, I'm joking.
Gabriel, will do algebra or biology homework for food.
Yeah, it looks like academia is not probably the best way of making money.
Gabriel's jazz jam session every Tuesday at 7 in the music building.
Can we do scat sessions there?
Gabriel's haircuts for $10 a head.
No, don't touch your hair,
for
Gabriel.
$20 at the Tulane Beauty School.
You don't
West
need either.
Campus.
Like I'd let an amateur touch these locks.
Exactly. Anything else?
Gabriel's Greek night at
Okay, so. Dorsey. Hi.
Are you a student?
No.
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
And you gotta love some of the stuff in this guy's place.
Well, you have walked into my private office, Mr. Knight. I
With my
hope you
fish.
have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Well, I have questions for you. Hey, before I even think about... Oh, sorry, not what I was meant to do. Let's look at this.
the reconstruction.
Blah, blah, blah. Wow, isn't that amazing? It looks like boobs up here and eyes down here. Well, boobs again, I guess, if you're looking at them from a different perspective. It all comes down to circles and boobs and, I don't know, kind of looks like a sperm attacking... Yeah,